Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the Get Ready Podcast. Okay, so the next episode that we're about to do is with my good buddy, Zac Kinsman. And now Zac is a guy I met when I used to work at the long-term care home in Oneida. And when we worked there, me and him had tons and tons of great conversations. And he's one of the guys I can talk to the most about video games, movies, TV shows, comic books, you name it. He's the number one guy I like to go to. He just wide range of all this information. It was fantastic just talking to him again. This episode, I got to meet him at his house, and we got to just kind of chill out. And he was kind of like, we kind of had a tour, I guess you could say, of one of the downloadable content packs for Fallout 4, Nuka World. He kind of just showed me around and everything like that. So this episode has a few times that we were just kind of like in awe of what was happening. Sorry if you can't see it, obviously, because it's a podcast, but we still had our conversations talking about whatever and going everywhere. So I hope everyone enjoys this episode. And like I said, it was a great time hanging out with Zac and then just talking about whatever. So let's get into it. Okay, so it should be good. Yes, I think it's going now. I think we're good.
All right. Excellent. Never done one of these before.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting topic. I've done a couple already, and I think they're going good. I'm just trying to catch on to it more.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like I said, it's just something to try. I've always wanted to do it anyway after so long.
Yeah.
Because at work, that's all I ever did, is just listen to, like, podcasts.
Yeah. Huh. Understandable. Seems like a good way to go. Plus, if you start getting advertisers, then you can actually make some money off it.
Yeah, become popular enough, got to keep it up.
I had a friend from high school did just YouTube videos, basically of just him being himself as he always is, and he gets enough money from the advertising on YouTube to support himself, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think that would be kind of it, like, right? Because I think most of those people, they kind of, to me, it feels like they just like want to be themselves, or nobody really wants to work, I guess, if you're not into something specifically.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would rather be teaching classes all the time, so I keep trying to do that, but until then, I guess working where I'm working is all right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's no point working a job that you're miserable at all the time.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I gotta say, I'm a lot happier since I stopped working my job that made me miserable. Which is pretty sad when being unemployed makes you happier than having a job.
Well, I've always told people, too, if you're not happy, there's no point keeping that stress and misery on. Because, then it's just going to, like, cause a lot of issues down the road, health-wise, I'd say.
Exactly.
Have you gotten a new game recently, or are you just still playing Fallout mainly?
I've been going back and forth between a few things. I finally downloaded the Master Chief Trilogy. I've been playing through the first one a bit. But I normally just do it in spurts. I don't know, Halo doesn't... I used to love Halo's one-player campaigns, but the first one's really not catching my attention this time. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spoiled.
Yeah, I guess I could see that for sure. I mean, I still like... what would it be? I mean, I like the first Halo. The second Halo was great.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the second Halo. Yeah, it was. It had that strange ending, that cliffhanger ending.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, that's weird. I didn't get as mad as some people did, but I found it kind of odd. And then I remember going into Halo 3, 4, 5. They're all good.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like...
I'm
waiting for 6.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that it came with with Halo 4, too.
Oh, the Master Chief Collection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never played Halo 4 before, so I'm looking forward to getting to that one.
I know there was a time that when you had that game, they were going to release Halo ODST for free.
Ah.
Now you got to pay $5, but you can download it, and it goes directly into the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, but ODST was literally my least favorite Halo game. At least as far as the campaign went.
I will admit it was not the best. I did find some enjoyment, but I think it was just because I was one of those crazed Halo fans where I still liked it.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's still good, even though if I know it was okay.
It was cool. I liked that your characters in it were just regular humans and they were weaker. But that definitely took some getting used to when I first started playing it.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta be a little more careful when you can take fall damage.
Oh yeah, as opposed to being a Spartan, you can just like rush the whole Covenant and destroy everything and leave.
Yeah.
Did you do this or?
Yeah. Yeah, I built this bugger. Got myself a pyramid.
This is that. Oh yeah, okay. This is that drive-in.
Yep.
I've always turned this place into an army base.
That's a good way to go. I just needed a big flat chunk of land and this to build a pyramid, and this seemed right. So yeah, got my little areas. Yeah, man, the settlement mods just make this game so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even got Game of the Year edition yet because I know all that extra mods for the mods. There's so many that I wanted to play, but it's like, oh, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I better get those then. And I still haven't got them yet, but
A lot of DLC dependency for sure.
I mean, the two games I'm probably playing the most right now is Overwatch and Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah, I was Battlefront 2.
It's campaign was fun, a little lackluster. Still fun though, but a little lackluster.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer is fun sometimes.
Huh.
Because like I mean, I don't mind having a long fight because like when you do a campaign, they consider a whole match when you fight on Kashyyyk and you play the Separatists, then you play the Galactic Alliance, or I think that's what they're called.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to play both, and that's considered a whole match. And that literally can take you anywhere between half an hour to 50 minutes a
Holy
match.
crap.
So I'm like, it's fun, but it takes a long time to kind of do something.
How many participants in the matches?
Hello there.
How are you?
All right, how are you?
Thought Zac was talking to himself.
No. This is Takan. Used to work with him at Oneida.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good.
We're doing a podcast.
What's that?
We're doing a podcast.
I think that's the general reaction.
Seems to be. What the hell is that? Oh, I know where that is. Yeah, this is much better than the vanilla jetpack.
Yeah, because it stops after a while, right?
Oh, as soon as your action points are gone, you come down.
And it seems kind of useless after a while.
Oh, it's completely useless.
It's almost like you go up, and then it's done after like 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 seconds of going up, that's it. And you're just like, what's the point of having this thing?
Yeah,
And you got to waste so much resources on it.
I know. It eats up fusion cores like crazy. So the way I got it rigged now, it still eats the fusion core, but it doesn't eat it as fast because I got the perks that make them last longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, without the action points, and I got like 97 fusion cores, so it doesn't really matter anyways.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you did to this place.
Yeah. But this is actually all the houses that were replaced here. That was a mod because they used to just be the shitty cabins. But
Oh, yeah, that makes it so much better because those cabins were just completely, useless.
Yeah, full of ghouls that you couldn't get rid of.
Yeah, there's bodies that permanently stay there. And you got your tripped out barn.
I can edit the robot settlers now too. Fucking stoner robot.
That's trippy.
Yeah, that's from the SOE pack. It's one of the walls from Nuka World, which is where I'm heading right now.
Yeah, see, I haven't even been there yet. I haven't played any of the mods yet, so I don't even know. But
As far as the two I'd recommend the most are Nuka World and Far Harbor. Far Harbor above Nuka World, though. That's a
right.
lot more to do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I still keep coming back to this game now and then.
Yeah.
Skyrim art.
Yeah. Got a lot of that, actually. Yeah, I'll show you what I got in here. Takes a while for my workshop to open.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, got. This one's pretty sweet, the snappy builds, so.
Oh, it's like stuff that's already created? Kind of just like...
It's like just the components to every type of building in the game.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that would make everything so much easier.
So like even stuff like, you can build like Bunker Hill building and stuff like that. Or columns, churches. You get all the friggin', like the marble deco lobbies and shit too.
Huh.
Which is the one I end up using the most.
It's pretty cool.
This one's sort of the same idea, but got some different stuff in here. Nuclear World stuff. What else is in here? Lots and lots of paintings.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of good stuff, though.
Yeah.
It's always amazing. Freaking Batman.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much these people put into these mods, and like they're not getting paid for this.
More effort than Bethesda seems to do with their creation kit
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, I hate to say it, but I like Bethesda, but jeez, that whole failure on that creation kit or club or what the heck it was called.
Yeah.
I went there that one time and looked at everything. I was like, this is it. Like, the mods are way 10 times better. Like, why would we need this?
Like, why did they do the classic Doom armor? Why wouldn't they do the sweet Doom armor that they designed themselves and put in their Doom game? I think that would look a little bit better than... Because really, like, the Doom armor on the original cover, game covers didn't often have a lot of thought put into them back then. It was just like, oh, we need an image to represent the game.
Oh, do you got that mod where it doesn't take up any space, like the size?
Which one?
Like the settlements. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
size, yeah.
Yeah. I also got one that raises the height limit.
Oh, I remember you telling me that because like you were building something and it went up and up and up and it stopped. It was like you can't go any higher than this.
6 floors is as much as you can do at Sanctuary, I think.
Okay, yeah, because I think I went to 4. I remember you telling me that because I went up to 4 or 5 floors and I didn't bother going any higher than that.
These are from a mod called Picks Out for Harambe. Got the one with the halo. And the funny thing is, this replaces 3 pictures, so these pop up all over the game world. Like even, they replace like an ocean vista kind of thing. And in Far Harbor, there's one vault with like a fake beach room. So I walked into the beach room the one time, and instead of like this ocean view that they had on the wall, it was that. Just a giant friggin' gorilla with a halo. Love that shit.
Movie posters?
Yeah. Got all sorts of stuff in here.
Huh.
Some classic.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
All this fantasy art's pretty sweet. Yeah.
So did you get any new games recently besides this, or besides just playing this?
I have. I've been going back between this, Halo, and Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim a bit too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually got a sweet mod on there. Lets you actually fly dragons from place to place. Unfortunately, they took it off the friggin' website like 2 days later for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. I think a bunch of people reported it as not working because they didn't realize that you have to friggin' reset your console before it'll actually start working.
Oh, okay. So like it looked like it just was never working for anybody.
Yeah.
And they get it.
But it was. I got it working perfectly. And on top of that, I figured out if you happen to smoke a joint from the Cannabis of Skyrim mod while you're flying on the dragon, it forces first-person view. So that was pretty sweet. That's a lot faster than fast travel. Or a lot funner than fast traveling.
Yeah, because it just like picks you up, takes you over.
Yeah. I like these posters. Got the freaking Gordon Ramsay one. These are all just from Wasteland Workshop and shit.
Oh yeah. Just a bunch of like pictures of.
No, these ones are contraptions actually. But yeah, I'll just light up posters and stuff.
I wonder if like are most of these like actually from Bethesda, like the ones they created?
Yep.
Because like see, this is like the depth that they went into that I think a lot of people don't really notice.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like all the extra artwork and posters and pictures they've done. Because a lot of this stuff would be cool just to have in your own house. Like
absolutely, they should have put a lot more of it. Well, they did with contraptions, but they should have put a lot more of it in the vanilla game. I think.
Yeah.
Like before they did the DLCs. this one has freaking billboards and stuff. Got the little ones, and then you start getting into this shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. What else is cool? Got all sorts of different statues. Like pretty much every statue from the vanilla game. Which is cool because you get all these kinds of things.
Oh yeah, some of the stuff you find in the city. Like
Yeah.
those bigger artworks and stuff.
Yeah. Even Paul Revere. Some good stuff. What else is in here? NPCs. So you want to spawn some super mutants or cats, Brahmin.
Cats.
This one's cool. It's just got a bunch of different objects and stuff. A lot of landscaping stuff, trees,
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
ferns, rocks.
Just to go that extra mile for that little bit of detail that you can put in like the areas that you live in and stuff.
Yeah, and stuff like this. All the bobbleheads, different types of chems, and they can't be knocked over.
Yeah, there's something I downloaded. I know there's like this one mod I got that was actually like this whole, I don't even know what it was called, but it was like right near Sanctuary Hill.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not in it, but it's on the side of it. And it's like goes underground, that whole area. And then you gotta like, there's quests inside of it to get the extra keys to unlock more of it.
Really?
I forgot what it was called, but I remember doing it. And I only did it so much. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to like, to unlock a better place to hide out.
Yeah.
To keep going through, look for all the stupid keys. I just didn't bother with it after a while.
Was that the labyrinth one, or
I
thought I remembered one like that?
It's like a pretty cool setup. There's like tables and chairs, and like there's an underground, there's a pool and stuff, but it goes into like this, you unlock a gun range, and then there's all these other little areas you can't get into until you find a key to get to another area.
Oh yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I played that one. It does sound familiar though. I think I've read the description for it before.
Yeah, I remember doing it, but it was okay, but
Arcade games. These all work, which is pretty sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, so you got, what do we got here?
Noob Sapper.
Yeah, so that's like a game where you shoot the water gun into the clown's mouth kind of thing. Got basketball, got skee ball, and Red Menace, Wakakami. Which is pretty fun. Yeah, so just between the DLCs and the mods, definitely makes the settlement stuff a lot more interesting.
Just changes things up a lot more.
Yeah, like when everything you make has to look like it's crap that was made in the wasteland. It gets a little old after a while.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that they added those mods to make things look a little bit better.
Yeah. Where the fuck is New World? Oh, there it is.
Did you happen to see Justice League at all?
I haven't yet, no.
No?
I haven't been getting to the movies. I've just been trying to save money right now.
Yeah, of course.
Been pirating a lot.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
I give enough money to the film industry.
Well, how wacky they are recently, I'm not too keen on all of it.
Yeah.
I don't think they really need it, but I mean, I don't know. Did you hear about Ben Affleck's gonna leave then?
I did.
Yeah, he wanted to quietly leave, or peacefully, or something like that.
I feel like it has something to do with the allegations against him.
Could be.
I feel like he's trying to make it seem like that's not the case, but I don't know. The timing's a little bit suspicious.
Well, yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I think I had enough of playing this character," and it's like, who the heck?
Played for 2 movies.
Yeah, and like, oh, it's so much work now. There's so much things, and you're like, okay, like, yeah, 2 movies. And to be honest, too, it's gonna be a weird thing to say, but he looked a little pudgy in Justice League.
Oh yeah.
Almost like he didn't put in like the work he did for Batman versus Superman.
Oh, okay. Well, they are trying to go for an older Batman, I guess, but I don't know. They're talking about Jake Gyllenhaal as his replacement.
I seen some concept art, and I was like, I'd give it a try.
I would be. I don't know. He's not the first person I would think of, but I don't know. Heath Ledger wasn't the first person I would have thought of for the Joker either.
No. I mean, I heard some people say John Hamm for Batman as well and Bruce Wayne.
That'd be interesting.
I think he's got a really cool look. I think he'd be a pretty good Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think the one thing actors don't have to worry about anymore is the Batman voice.
That's true.
And I still think to this day, Christopher Nolan keeps kicking himself in his ass going, why didn't I think of that? Then I wanted to hear Christian Bale's awful Batman voice. Like,
where's the trigger?
Yeah, like, who in the city just showed you? And you're like, okay, like this isn't, I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of scared because it's so horrible sounding, but
yeah.
I mean, like I said, that's the best part about the new Batman is that voice changer. And you think a billionaire would have done it in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
Because what if he just got a sore throat one time? Oh, hold on. Bruce? Like, no. Oh, wait, no. So it's just like, it would make sense to like just change it.
Well, if Oliver Queen can think of it, Bruce Wayne can.
True, I mean. It's like, is Green Arrow smarter than Batman?
No, he's not, and that's the thing. I love Green Arrow, but he is just a Batman ripoff. He always has been. Like, even when the comic first started, he had an arrow cave, he had an arrowmobile, he had a butler. He's a rich playboy that's a superhero in his spare time.
Yeah, it's pretty much Batman, but with arrows.
Yeah.
And he's green.
Yes.
Well, I guess there wasn't they didn't go to a medieval times and Robin Hood by accidentally shot his parents with arrows and murdered him, and he said, I think there should become the Green Arrow to stop it.
Yeah. I don't know. The retcon, is that the right term? I don't know. The version they did for the CW series and for the more recent Arrow comics, they changed his backstory to be more unique. So there's the whole being trapped on the island for 5 years thing. His involvement with the League of Assassins. You know, it starts to make sense.
Yeah, it just stuck with just one thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how's it going?
And they managed to pull off the boxing glove arrow successfully, which I couldn't believe.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that they actually did the boxing glove arrow on the show, innit?
Yep. There's some fight going on in a gym. All of a sudden, Oliver just sticks his arrow into the boxing glove and fires at the guy's face and knocks him out. It's like, didn't think I was going to be seeing that. What is wrong with this elevator? There we go.
That's like the greatest thing ever, just boxing glove arrow.
Yeah.
But as long as it wasn't caught on his hang gliding arrow.
Oh, I forgot about the hang gliding arrow. The trick arrows have been less of a focus in more recent years.
Probably a good thing, yeah.
Yeah. Arriving at Nuka World here.
Yeah, see, this is all new to me.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of this. I watched somebody on Twitch play it a little bit, and I was like, I don't really want to watch them anymore.
Fair enough. I hate watching people play games, man. Like, I spend a lot of time sitting there like, hurry up. Hurry up. I would be done this by now. Go. It's right there. What you're looking for is right in front of your face.
And like sometimes, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Like there's sometimes people look like they just, maybe they're playing dumb. Or I don't know if they're like, hey audience, I'm going to show you this game. But they don't say that. They're just like, and they're looking around the whole time. You're like, okay, well,
Yeah. Take my fusion course and nobody steals my fucking armor. That's a lesson you have to learn the hard way in this game.
You've actually lost your armor?
I've had NPCs just, like, I've gotten out of them because I needed to do something in an area, and there were other NPCs in the area that were my allies that were fighting with me. And, like, just caravan people and stuff. And one of them friggin' hopped in my power armor, and I couldn't get them to get out of it. I eventually figured out that you gotta pickpocket the fusion core out of it without them catching you, and then it automatically kicks them out.
Well, it's good to know, because I've never ran into that, but, shouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is all cool looking.
Well, that's right.
And isn't it Raider Ran?
Not anymore. Now I own it. Well, you become the overboss, but if you want, you can choose to help the settlers that were previously here kill the raiders.
Yeah.
So what I did was they were all like, hey, take the parks for us. And I was like, oh, okay. So I took the parks for myself. I've got them about 20 people in each of them.
Yeah.
Built them up based on the theme of the park. And then I used the unlimited companion framework to recruit them all as companions. And I stormed Nuka Town and killed all the raiders.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Although this looks horrible. Just like, it's like Disney World being invaded by raiders.
Yeah, and these raiders aren't even from here. These are fucking Rust Devils from the Automatron DLC.
They're just like, yo, we're coming in no matter what.
They build terrifying robots.
They look cool, yeah. But yeah, terrifying indeed.
Oh, the frick. Uh-oh. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Shit. That's definitely been happening a lot more since the update. So Bethesda updated. It caused a glitch that caused, occasionally when you load up the game, the reflective surfaces screw up and they all look like Skittle vomit. Or like oil slicks or something.
Yeah.
So Bethesda released a patch recently to fix that, and since then my game's been crashing a lot more.
Just going crazy, just every now and then.
Just once in a while.
Yeah.
It's when there's too much going on in an area. But, yeah. So, that's the general rule with Bethesda updates. They fix a couple of things and break a few more.
True, yeah.
Skyrim, when they did the friggin' update for the creation kit that added the survival mode, it ended up breaking a crap ton of mods. And I was also having some problems just with the base game after they did that too.
Oh yeah, Fallout 4 update. Updates.
Yeah. Ah, fuck, I'm still in the transit zone. Thought it would have auto-saved. Sometimes it doesn't when you think it will. Yeah. Good old Fallout.
Are you still watching Gotham then?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not until tonight. Yeah, I'm caught up then.
Yeah.
Gotham, Flash, Arrow. I still got a season to get caught up on Legends before I start the new one. And Supergirl, I don't particularly care about it, to be honest. Not enough to spend my time on it.
I've actually watched a couple episodes and actually find it okay. Like, I've actually seen everything seems to be pretty good.
I think it's probably going to get better the deeper I get into it. But as of right now, it's just kind of, I don't know. All of the shows kind of have weak starts, with the exception of Arrow. Like, even The Flash, I found the first couple episodes to be kind of, like, they're still trying to find their footing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like most TV shows, right? Like, even animated TV shows. I found, I remember when I was really trying to get into Rick and Morty. I remember watching the first episode, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to last for me. And I think the second episode just it's one of those just got me kind of intrigued a little bit, and then after that, it just snowballed into a huge effect. Now I'm just like,
I know, right? It gets into you.
Because now that I just, like season 3 was awesome. And I know just recently they released an episode for, what's his name? Mr. Poopy Pants? they did something for him for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you watched his little thing, it was like, what did he do during season 3 since he wasn't really there? And it kind of showed him. And then it just showed a bunch of Easter eggs connecting him to season 3. And like season 3 things and stuff. So it was pretty good. I liked it.
They always go for the heavy conceptual stuff. And it's Dan Harmon, so that makes sense. Community did a lot of that too.
Yeah. I mean, Community, I still watch that all the time.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I'd like to rewatch it though.
What was that? I remember I was talking with Josh, and I think he said for him it stops at season 4.
Yeah.
Season 5 and 6 were just. I'm not even sure if he said season 4 he likes that much, but I don't know. To be honest, I never got to watch season 6 yet.
Yeah.
But I did watch 1 to 5, and although some of the characters do leave,
Yeah.
I still think it's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, but it's never quite the same when a major character leaves the show. Like I was rewatching Soap recently. You ever see any of that?
No.
It was a show from like the late 70s, early 80s. Kind of made fun of the whole soap opera sort of world, but like to a really ridiculous degree. And it was a show that was known for really pushing the boundaries of what you were allowed to do on TV at that time. So like they had one of the first openly gay characters on TV. They had storylines about divorce and like all sorts of stuff that you just didn't talk about on TV back then.
Yeah.
And they were actually the first show to have a viewer discretion warning before the show started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's this one character in the first couple of seasons, Benson. He's like the wisecracking African-American servant.
Yeah.
And he's just like the snarkiest guy, funniest character on the show. Obviously the smartest person in the room every scene he's in. And then after season 2, he got a spin-off and he ended up leaving the show. And he only returned like a couple more times. And, you know, there's still lots of other funny characters on the show, but it didn't quite feel the same after he left. You know, it's just one part of the whole formula. When you take it out, it's just a little bit off.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kind of just takes everything off. Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah, because there's like some characters are there and they can't, like, I mean, it's going to be weird to say, but when I was watching the hell out of Three's Company, I can't remember the real reason why, because during college I was watching Golden Comedy like crazy. So what was it? The Comedy Channel had their Gold station, so it was like I think it was called Comedy Central Gold.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was watching that all the time in college. I'd go to sleep to it, I'd wake up to it, and I would just watch whatever. And Three's Company was a show I got hooked to. I couldn't get into Golden Girls. Sorry to anyone, but I couldn't get into Golden Girls. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with it. I just wasn't for me. But Three's Company, I remember when was it Suzanne Summers' character left?
Yeah.
And she just disappeared. Of course they wrote her out, right? Like, oh, you know, she went back home or something like that. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Just a really awkward way of doing it, though.
But John Ritter and I can't remember the brunette, which I'm sorry, because I actually thought she was a better character than the Suzanne Summer character. Those two were left, and then they brought in, I think there was 2 or 3 different blondes they brought in. And the final one they brought in was kind of a really tall, athletic-looking blonde. Yeah. And she was funny. She had her time, and I think Don Knotts even got replaced. Or was he the one who came in later? I think he came in later. I think they replaced him too.
Oh yeah.
The original guy, they replaced him. So they changed a few characters. That show went on for a while. Ran its course finally though, and I don't know. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it, and I watch it now and then. But I remember that show was coming on, and on that same station they'd play like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Cosby Show. I was watching all those.
All the classics. Yeah, I never watched much of Three's Company. I've seen plenty of other older shows, though.
Yeah, like I've always heard of MASH. And like the name Soap does seem familiar, but I've just never like actually watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, like even like Monty Python. I've seen some of them, but I've never seen like all of them enough.
I got the whole series of Monty Python. I've watched it a few times. And that's another case of somebody leaving and the show gets strange, because after... Whoa. Whoa, what? Okay, fuck this. I'm losing settlers here.
Yeah, he ran in the way, though.
Yes, he did.
You gotta be like Arnold in that movie. There was collateral damage.
That was Sheffield, the guy that you pick up in Diamond City. He's obsessed with Nuka-Cola, so I made him the mayor of Nuka World.
And you just gunned him down.
Yeah, well, I wasn't aiming at him.
I know. I seen him, though, running in the way, and I saw your 2 shots, and it just dropped.
We are helping. We are helping.
And instead of people saying, oh my God, and keep firing, they all seem to stop and go, you killed him. It's like, yeah, you know, why don't you keep fighting?
Yeah. Actually, let me check something here. I got a mod that might fix this.
Are you playing a ghoul?
No.
Oh, I just seen that little thing on the side. I can see like a ghoul face and that.
That's the radiation meter there.
Oh, okay.
So when it gets up to the top, you're supposed to start looking like that.
Let's get all moldy and...
Don't call me settler. There it is. Kept going by it. Settler protection settings. Unprotected. Can be killed by anyone.
Just the player can kill. Settlers are immortal.
Settlers are immortal. Problem solved.
I don't know. I always heard stuff about mods, and sometimes mods can be a little cheap, but I do actually like them in here.
That's a one-player game. Who are you being cheap to?
Although I never thought about it till recently when someone had a picture of somebody that says day 1 and it shows Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And on that same day it says level 0. I says day 1 still, and it says level like 99 maxed out. And someone was like, "Do you think they're not cheating?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's right." I remember playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfighter. And that game was not too old. I swear it had to be only maybe about a week or two old.
Yeah.
And I went online, and there was people that were already just cranked to like level 80. I was like, there's no way. Even if you have time to do stuff, like you do have a job and everything else, just no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are in the way.
Yeah. Can't kill my companions, though, so...
It just sounds funny though. We're helping, and they get shot.
Well, that's the first thing I think of every time an NPC runs in front of me and starts trying to help in a video game, is that episode of Reboot where the clock speed and the mainframe gets set back and everybody becomes stupid. And they get trapped in the game and all of the different characters are just fucking everything up while chanting, "We are helping, we are helping."
Yeah, that's right. I was surprised that show was only like 2 seasons.
I know, right?
When I was a kid, I swear that a Reboot seemed like it was like, I don't know, like, I swear it felt like the show was like 18 seasons. Like, I swear I was seeing a new episode every day.
Yeah, it felt like it, but that's just because they stopped and started so often. Yes, saved. I have saved my... No way. No way.
Well, it's quick saving.
No, it isn't.
Wow.
It's crashing. I heard it. Son of a bitch. Like, seriously, I had this game so friggin' stable before this update.
Yeah, so it's pretty much the update, right? Just changes everything.
Just small things in small ways that seem to screw up other things. I don't know why. Programming's complicated.
Yeah, for sure.
Far more complicated than I'm capable of understanding.
Makes you think though about those old players though. Like when those guys that first started making Atari games, and it sounded like there was only one of them at a time.
Yeah.
Making a whole game, and you know, Atari games aren't that complex. It's still required.
Complex for the time.
It required the programming to actually put it together.
Yeah. Like, yeah, somebody had to... So Pong was the first video game, but I would imagine that somebody had to come up with some sort of precursor to it at some point. At least you'd think so.
Yeah, I mean, I heard somebody talk about that. What was that game, like on a radar dish, a ball that bounced back and forth? I don't know how you consider that a game if there's no way to move it or anything, but looked like tennis. It almost looked like Pong, but like there's no way to move anybody. You're just watching something go back and look like it's bouncing back and forth, but yet they're trying to say, oh, it's a game. Like,
that's some awesome quality entertainment right there.
It's like, guys, get over here, look at this. I turned the radar into a game. Can we play it? No, you just watch it.
Oh, it's mesmerizing.
I love this.
Pass me some more acid.
And you just... Pretty sure it was the 70s, so yeah, it makes sense. It's like, this is my life right now.
Yeah, it does make sense that video games would have their birth in the 70s.
Somebody was having too much. Ugh. Although I understand Atari and stuff like that, I still feel like video games didn't really get to where it wanted to go until Mario Brothers came out.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe that's a strong thing to say to certain people, but I truly believe that. I honestly can't.
No, I get that.
Like almost like before Super Mario Brothers, there was kind of nothing.
Yeah.
That's just the way I feel, because like to me, games really kicked off at that point.
It does feel like it. Yeah, that's the era I started with. Watching my cousins play on their NES, and then my neighbors ended up having one brand new in the box, stored in their attic, and they ended up giving it to me when I was a kid, and that was my first gaming system. And just remember playing Mario all the time and Duck Hunt. Picked up all sorts of secondhand games, some really weird, obscure ones that I don't even remember the titles of. But yeah, it was a solid system. Hours of entertainment. Figuring out all the secret stuff. Dying and then going back to the beginning of the game.
So you gotta stop here.
Yeah, like...
Ooh. Yeah, there's some challenge then.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's funny. I mean, like, you hear some people being like, "Oh man, Dark Souls is so hard." And I'm like, I don't know. Like, Super Ghosts and Golems is like an insane game.
Yeah.
On the Super Nintendo. Like, I don't ever want to play that game. It's too tough. And I would never. Don't know. I just feel like that. I just feel that way to admit to people that that game's just too hard for me. Like, Jesus.
I hear you. Same time, I've never played Dark Souls, but I've watched my friends play it, and it looks absolutely... It looks like a form of torture, you know? Like, great designs and everything, cool characters and bosses and weapons and armor, but I watched my one friend fight the same two bosses for like 8-9 hours straight the one day, and he just couldn't do it, and he just kept at it, and it was driving him insane. And, you know, the game takes place in hell, so I guess it makes sense that...
It's like a form of torture.
Yeah, but I don't know. I hate repeating myself in games, man. Like, I don't mind dying a couple of times, but I don't like sitting there for hours trying to beat the same thing. Like that, there's only so much time for gaming, and you don't want to waste it just repeating the same actions over and over again.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because you just get stuck. And yeah, you're right. Like, after a while, it would drive you crazy just to be like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. And you just stop.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only probably one game I can think of that I played insane enough to keep it finishing, and that, to me, was Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. Like, the remastered, or well, remastered, but just that one on the Xbox. That one that came out, that was a friggin'...
Yeah. I remember it being a hard game.
I don't know, like, it took me a while to beat it, but I finally did it, and I actually felt like I, like, you know, like, changed the world some way. Because how much of an accomplishment it is.
Well, my life has been fulfilled.
It's like, oh man, I didn't know what the meaning of life was till I beat Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. I found a Ranger Duster that takes up significantly less space. It's only like 16 megabytes compared to like
Ooh.
113, I think the other one is, because of all the stuff you can change on it.
Yeah.
And then, like, the other one's 113, and it clips through the friggin' Pip-Boy. So, I don't know, just, this one's better.
I seen they made more of those Pip-Boys, you know, those big ones you can buy?
Yeah.
It's one of those, yeah, if I had an extra $300 or $400 laying around for fun, then I'd probably get it.
I don't know. I'm not really interested. I'm fine just using the one in the game. Save.
I just wonder how many people got it and actually used it.
I'd imagine quite a few. There are a lot of people really excited about it. That being said, a lot of people just wanted it as a collector's item too.
Yeah, for sure. I could definitely see that. Just to like have it, just to play with it or use it or hold it on for a while or whatever.
If I recall, it didn't actually work with everybody's smartphones either.
Yeah, I heard of that. Especially now, if you like ended up getting a newer iPhone.
Yeah.
Like I seen those iPhone 7s. Those things are huge.
No, right?
They're just massive. And now they got friggin' iPhone 8s and 10s. They just jumped 9.
Phones kept getting bigger and bigger, and now smaller and smaller, and now they're getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I seen that. Like, phones are getting bigger and laptops are getting smaller. I don't know when they're going to meet in the middle somewhere.
See that there?
Yeah.
Burn, baby, burn. This is so useful. No, I can't use... Oh, yeah, right. I can't use it in conquest settlements. It normally lets you just scrap all the dead bodies after an attack.
Oh, okay, yeah, just to get rid of them.
Yep. Just turns them all into ash piles. So yeah, like I've edited this place quite a bit. Now these trees or those statues in the middle were there, and I pretty much built, like, the facades in this town were here, but I built most of the actual buildings you can go into.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the Nuka-cade. Show you the Nuka-cade.
Yeah. Man, arcades. I remember there's only one arcade I've ever beaten. That was Carnival.
Carnival?
Yeah. He had like a shotgun, and it was just point and shoot.
Oh yeah.
I swear I dropped $20 that one day, but I beat it.
Right on.
It's the only arcade I ever beat it. Never beat any others. Would like play Mortal Kombat and die right away.
Yeah, I don't know. Arcade games, they just end up costing too much in the long run. Oh.
Requires a nuke. Oh, there you go.
I thought I had some still. Yeah, so you just exchange pre-war money for it.
The good old well, at least it's useful for something in this game. Pre-war money is like pretty freaking lame.
You can use it for building.
Can you?
Yeah. It gets broken down into paper, I think. So yeah, skee ball. Hold X. I normally just do it this way because that tends to happen when you try to roll them.
Do you get tickets?
Yep.
And is there somebody actually watching you?
Like I can literally just pick it up, walk up there, and start dropping them in if I want to.
Like in real life.
I've definitely tried to do that before at skee ball. I think it was Discovery Zone.
I know a friend. I remember seeing a friend do that. Like just grab all of the skee balls and like in school, and then just run up there and drop them all in like the 1,000 or whatever it was. And I was like, okay. I think it didn't last long. I'm pretty sure he did it 3 times. On the 4th time, I don't know why he thought he was going to get away with it, but then eventually someone caught him.
That's funny. Ah, god damn it. Just keep getting stuck. Yeah, so it's a little glitchy, you know, because Bethesda made it, but it works.
Doo-doo.
It just works. To quote Todd Howard. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
It just works.
He did say that before Fallout 4 came out. A lot of people were ripping on him for it afterwards, because the game does have a lot of problems. Especially at release.
And he was just like, well, you know, you just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little shady, but at the same time, I think people should really look at how much goes into these games. I mean...
Oh, these games are insanely detailed.
And there's no way they're going to be perfect. Like, if they wanted to get every bug out, I think the game would take like 10 years to come out. And, and even then have to move to another whole system. So I don't think that shouldn't be that much of an issue, but I can see people take it as much of an issue.
Yeah.
Just standing right up there.
96.
Okay, so what do you buy with those?
Oh, you can buy like special Nuka-Colas and magnets and I don't know, nothing really good.
Oh, okay. Just like a few like little nifty things.
Yeah. Do I still have my commie whacker? Do I have my commie whacker? No, I think I left it here. Yeah, it'll probably be one in the other room. So yeah, got basketball.
Oh yeah, basketball. Ooh, look at them. There it is.
This game's fucking hard, just like normal whack-a-mole. Like, it's so hard to actually get tickets from this. God damn it.
It's like eventually.
It's all about timing it, because once you start swinging it, you can't really stop yourself.
You just gotta keep going, right? Because they're just gonna go and go and go and go, 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 go.
Yeah. So yeah, made like 96 at the skee ball. This is 11. So put the commie whacker down.
Oh, did you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was solid.
Yeah, that's it.
A lot of people were complaining about it. I liked it fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was some of the complaints you heard?
That it all took place on the same planet, that it only really revolved around, I don't know, like a lot of people just seem to have nondescript problems with it.
Oh, okay. There's nothing like particular they were actually going to aim at. It seems like nitpicky things.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to saying like, oh, I thought Star-Lord didn't get enough time, like a real criticism to like actually do the whole movie. It sounds like a nitpicky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's movies, man. Everybody bitches about everything these days.
Yeah, I mean, internet gave everybody that platform, right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like this.
All right. I'll show you my... Head on over to the space park.
Go check out the space park.
Yeah.
And it looks like a huge area they gave you anyways.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, the only problem with the Nuka World DLC is, unless you actually do what I did by modding it, the actual process of taking the park back from the raiders is kind of boring.
Oh, because it's just kind of bland then? Like just a little...
It's just you kill the raiders, then that's the quest line for if you don't want to be a fucking asshole. And you can still do like the mini quests of the parks and stuff like that, but there isn't really a good option in the main quest line. As far as just killing everybody and then the traders get the place back. So I did that, but I did it with an army, and that was a lot more fun.
Yeah. Thanks, Fallout Man.
The problem is, for a good chunk of the battle, I was still pretty much doing all of the killing because people would go down, get shot and go down. And there'd just be like a big group of like 60 people sitting in the same area down on the ground injured. It's like, come on. Lazy bastards.
So we're gonna just sit here for a second. They start going down.
Yeah. There's the old West Park out there. See the tree beyond there. That's the wildlife one. Got Kitty Kingdom over there where the castle is.
Huh.
I got that place built up pretty nice. It's a cool town.
Oh, I see. So it's like the whole area has all these like sections where it's like one big park area. So this is the Galactic Zone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so like Disney World.
And Disney World's pretty bombing.
Only with more killer robots. Note that I said more. Okay, fuck this rain. I don't want to crash. I haven't been to Nuka World since the update, so I don't know how this place is running right now. That's handy to be able to do.
Just like Back to the Future and Doc's like, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Or wait 5 more seconds, and then just stops. Too bad the Postal Service isn't as accurate. They made reference to say that the weather service is awesome, but in the future, the Postal Service still sucks.
Yeah. Which makes sense. It really does.
I think even in 100 years, if you got robots, I think robots are only going to worsen, say, something like the DMV or something like that.
Yeah.
This is what you want.
I could definitely see that. The Nuka Quantum paint is pretty sweet.
Those look pretty cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I built the settlement here. That used to be in that container there, and it's locked until I find all of these red things and place them on the consoles back there.
Yep.
But during an attack, one of the settlers somehow managed to get this armor, even though it was locked in the case. So now it's there.
That sounds like a yeah. So did you put these here?
Yep. Yeah, all these little houses I built. The rest is all the park. My house is up there.
Snap.
Yeah, it's cool. Like they even got like rides and shit that you can go on here. It's my bar. Got a floating alien in a tank.
This is Mba.
This is my ba.
I always remember, I think it was Robert Irvine. Did you say it like that? That chef. We're gonna open a bar.
Is he from Massachusetts?
What's that?
Was he from Massachusetts?
No, he was Australian.
Ah.
But he just said bar.
Folks from Massachusetts do that too.
They say bar.
Oh yeah. Everything AR is pronounced AH. It's great.
It's great.
That was my favorite thing about being in Boston a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, how was that? What'd you go out there for?
I went to go visit my cousin. We went to go see the Arkells. They're playing down in Cambridge for like $15 entry.
Nice.
Yeah, only about 200 people in the venue. We were right up near the side of the stage. It's pretty cool. And Boston's a sweet city, man.
Great place to go.
Lots of history.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've always wanted to go to Boston, just for namesake.
Yeah.
Just to go out there. Oh, you are co-op.
This is my sweet apartment. This was hard to do because you can't actually place anything onto the floor up here.
You just keep random dead skeletons up there.
Well, I can't get rid of them, so.
Oh, okay.
Plus, that's kind of humorous. It's holding a Nuka-Cola.
So after all this is done, I still got my Nuka-Cola.
Yep. That robot, I had to kill it. Yeah. So you got a pretty good view of all the parks from up here.
Yeah, I got to like kind of check out everything, look how it looks.
Yeah. It's a pretty big area. And there's lots of stuff around too. They brought the Hubologists from Fallout 2 back in this DLC.
Yeah.
Which are like the Fallout World's version of Scientologists. So that was pretty great. And they wanted me to get them spacesuits from the Galactic Zone so that they could go to this old... It was actually... They thought it was an actual flying saucer, but it was just one of those rides where you go into the flying saucer and it spins you around inside. The first time I did it, so you're supposed to put the fusion cores into it, and then that powers it up.
Yeah.
And there were 4 places. And I found the thing before I got that quest, so I just automatically put 4 fusion cores in there to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And then I got the quest. I got them the suits. We went there, and I didn't catch the thing that said that you were supposed to put 3 fusion cores in. So when I went in and turned it on, and they were all strapped in, it spun around too fast, and they all died. Yeah. This time around, they survived.
So are they still just wandering the park?
Oh, they got their own place out by this gas station. I'll head out there after this area. I like the vibe of this whole place because it's got more of a desert kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Feels a bit like New Vegas. Where am I going?
Yeah, New Vegas was an awesome game.
That was a great game. Still the buggiest game I've ever played, though.
I wonder if that changes at all on the Xbox One, like if you download it?
Yeah, it actually does. I was playing it after I got back from Vegas a few months ago.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it seemed to be working all right. Like, load times are a lot faster on Xbox One, that's for sure. That alone is worth just playing any Xbox 360 game on this system. But I can't get any 360 games to work recently.
No?
No. Well, my disk drive's been fucking up for a while now, so...
No, okay.
I think I'm going to have to replace the system soon.
That's too bad.
Where's the place I'm looking for? I think it's up this way. Yeah, so this whole place used to be filled with killer robots. Now there's only killer robots that are friendly towards me.
So it's like one of those you got to reprogram things?
No, all those ones died. The ones that are here now I built.
Oh, okay.
Because you actually get all of the robot, like all of the robot armor and stuff from this DLC to make your own robots. So, like you get all the space protectron and the space sentry bot stuff.
Oh yeah.
The Nuka. Yeah, that's from one of the protectrons that looks like a Nuka-Cola machine. remember how to get to this ride. Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought that was a person.
Just looking at just a freaking mannequin sitting there.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing over here? The settlement's that way. Yeah, just to show you some of the detail they put into this.
Yeah, I just kind of look around at it a little bit.
Yeah.
That sounds like Jim Cummings.
It did.
So it reminds you of like all those old TV shows he was on.
Yeah. That's probably what they're going for.
You know my favorite one of all these kind of things where you almost seems like you're just kind of walking around and everything like that. It's got to be in BioShock.
Yeah.
I think it was the second one where you actually go into that little museum and it's like Andrew Ryan's kind of explaining everything. And
Yeah.
you kind of get a sense of the history of Rapture.
I like that part.
That's like almost kind of worth it for that game a little bit.
Yeah.
Because BioShock 2 isn't a bad game. It's just, it wasn't as great as the first one.
It doesn't seem to fit into the trilogy as well as the other two do.
Yeah, like it really is like I'll watch it. I'll play it to play it, but
yeah.
I mean, I haven't played BioShock Infinite yet on the Xbox One, like that collection, but
Definitely worth doing.
like I would play halfway through the first BioShock, be done. Maybe I'd think about BioShock 2, but I would definitely go to BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
Boom. Just makes you wish something like this existed.
Yeah. It's a pretty short ride, but still, they put some detail into this. We got animatronic aliens firing lasers at robots.
Jeez. I almost think you'd fly off of that thing, the way how fast it's going.
Yeah. Well, if it was possible with Bethesda physics, you'd probably end up bouncing off a couple of walls while you're doing that. I love Bethesda physics. Shoot somebody in the leg and they go friggin' twirling into the air.
Well, I remember early when Skyrim first came out.
Yeah.
I never ever fought the giants. I never went near them because of the whole, if they hit the ground, it looked like anything just like went to space. Like it looked like they launched them, and I was like, I don't know if that's a glitch or that's how the giants work, but I'm never going near them now.
It's a feature. Yeah. I got a mod on Skyrim that makes the giants bigger too.
Yeah?
So it's a little more intimidating.
That'd be cool. I remember going on those kind of rides. I went to Universal Studios. Yeah. I remember me, my brother, and somebody else. We all went on the King Kong ride. And I always wanted to go on the King Kong ride. Because you remember that old movie, The Wizard?
The Wizard?
Yeah, The Wizard. There's that boy who plays those video games, but he's trying to get to California to where the two giant dinosaurs are. Because like he was doing it for his twin sister Jenny that died.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's an 80s movie, but it's good. It's got Fred Savage and everything.
Oh yeah.
But in that movie, there's a scene where they jump on the King Kong ride, and the King Kong ride's going crazy. And I remember me and my brothers always laugh because there's a scene when they show the guy going like, "Oh my God, it's King Kong!" Like he's trying to do his job. Yeah. But then like I don't know why, but everyone's like, "Oh," like going a little too crazy, and he's like, "All right, now everyone shut up! Like take it easy!" Like he's trying to like calm people down. You're like, what the heck? Like it's so weird. But so anyways, I remember that from the movie, yeah. And I know they were in California, but when we went to Florida with my dad a while back, I remember we went on the King Kong ride, and the one thing I didn't count on was the line. Because I remember getting in there, and I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to get on King Kong ride. And when we got on, I was like, all right. And you get to that point when there's a little sign that says, you are an hour and 45 minutes away from getting on the ride. And I was like, holy crap. Jesus Christ. And I swear the ride's not even like, it's not even 5 minutes. The ride's got to be about 2.5, 3 minutes most. So you're on that thing for that long a period of time just to go on that.
That sucks.
And the ride is old. Like, it wasn't updated.
Yeah.
Same with we went on the Jaws ride too. Same thing. They haven't updated it. And it looked like this thing crashed because these guys just flew right off the tracks.
Yeah. This is possibly my favorite thing in Nuke World.
There's one guy who looks like he's still enjoying it. Right to the very end.
Yeah, so my Western place, everybody's cowboys.
Now, did you have to fix them?
Fix them how?
Like, put them into their cowboy uniforms?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're just regular settlers. But,
it's like, yeah, partner.
Yeah. So, yeah. And so a lot of them ended up with really appropriate names for an Old West town. Like, because I got the thing that just gives them random names when they show up.
Yeah.
This guy's name was Jericho. Thought that was a good name for a weaponsmith.
Seems pretty good to me.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got the saloon, Minuteman flag. Got my bar, because I couldn't fit it in there.
Bah.
Got this bar, which was originally here, but I added a bunch of stuff to it, like all that stuff back there and most of the posters and paintings.
Yeah, so it actually looks a little decent.
Yeah. And I got caught up there if I need a place to sleep. Been doing a lot of that this game, just having areas all over the place where, I don't know, they aren't quite houses, but you can just kind of sleep if you need to.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of just take any bed you want. Ugh.
Now, what the fuck comes out of those? I don't remember.
That's supposed to be gold.
Yeah, it's not gold. I think it's sting wings. They also added ants and flying ants with this DLC. And the flying ants are the most powerful enemy in the game.
Doesn't that kind of ring to New Vegas? They had those bugs in there.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for.
And I swear, even if you were at the highest level, the best gun, it still took a while to kill those freaking things.
Yeah. Fucking Cazadors, man. If you did the Old World Blues DLC, then you get a perk that helps you with them a bit. I think you do like 20% more damage towards them.
That's pretty good.
Because you go to the place where they were actually created by a bunch of friggin' insane scientists that stuck their brains into robots. And then slowly degraded and lost their minds. They have no idea that the outside world exists, and they kind of deny that it exists when you show up there. They think that their little research facility is the whole world. And they're just doing all sorts of fucked up experiments on everything. Giant dogs, there's friggin' lobotomites running around attacking you all the time because they fucking lobotomize everybody that shows up there. My wildlife park. It's got some wildlife. There's one.
Just a regular old cat.
Yeah. There's some other stuff too. Yeah, and everybody's got. So this was all these masks came from one of the raider gangs that was in charge of the park. Now these guys get them. Some interesting get-ups.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a gorilla.
Not just gorillas. In the ape house, there's ghoul-rillas.
Gorillas.
A bar.
Another bar.
That's a pretty sweet bar. Run by a lion.
Run by a lion. Jeez, there's a crap load of gorillas.
Oh yeah, and deer, mirelurks, bunch of dogs, death claws. There's lots of stuff here. Show you the gorillas.
The gorillas.
And Cito. He lived here first. He was raised by them. Yeah.
Gorillas.
Yeah, like the name's fucking hilarious. I got this place rigged up nice too. Got some Harambe pictures up. Cito. Yeah, so at this point, Nuka World's basically just here for me to visit, kind of fuck around in. I've done pretty much all the quests.
So what was probably the best then? Like DLC?
The best DLC is definitely Far Harbor. As far as things it adds and just the way they did the main story in it and everything, it was very, very well done. And it's really cool being in a post-apocalypse Maine. Yeah, so got all the enclosures rigged up.
Yeah, did Nuka World actually take you somewhere different, like in a different landscape, like a different, I guess, maybe state?
It's still Massachusetts, I think, but it takes you somewhere different for sure, because you got to take a train to get here. I'm not sure exactly where it's supposed to be located.
Yeah, because I remember, what was it, in Fallout 3? You got to go to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. That was a good DLC. It's also one of the hardest moral decisions I've ever had to make in a video game. Free the slaves or steal a baby? Or no. Free the slaves by stealing a baby, or keep the slaves as slaves and leave the baby with its parents. Like, that's tricky. Had to do some thinking on that one.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes video games give you these very messed up situations to go through.
Fallout especially. I still remember Fallout 3, there's that quest. It's that 10 penny tower place where all the rich folks are at.
Oh, and the ghouls want in, right?
Yeah, and the ghouls want in. And if you help the ghouls get in, and you return to visit a few weeks later, they fucking killed everybody in the place and dumped their bodies in the basement.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, it said I got good karma for this. What's going on?
It's true, right? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Put a death claw here.
There's a few death claws around. Less than they're used to, though. I had to clear some animals out because of frame rate. Too many NPCs in one area.
Yeah.
But I still got a good variety going. There's another death claw. Elephant guy.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Damien? Oh. Got my market square up here.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah. It's a fun landscape to build in. Because you can get some real variety going on.
Yeah.
Just got to backtrack a bit here to get to where I'm going. Yeah, so there's this hedge maze that leads to the treehouse. I got sick of trying to find my way through the hedge maze, though. So, I built this. Just a nice little boardwalk.
Oh, it kind of just cuts through?
Yep. Because there's usually animals find their way in there, and then you get stuck behind things, and you gotta, like this guy here. I love having these things not attack me.
Yeah, as opposed to just walking around, all of a sudden you're getting attacked by one.
Yeah.
I don't know, that Contraptions DLC still seems so useless to me.
It is, apart from light up signs. I never use anything in it. I just don't feel like making factories. Any resources I need, I can just spawn them in my inventory.
Yeah, it's just, oh, it's so weird. Is that what the point of it was?
No, well, sort of. It depends. Like, you could make all sorts of different things, but... And there's other stuff, too. Like, you could do like, different switches and things. Like, there was a basketball hoop one, and there's fireworks. But, I don't know. It was definitely my least favorite DLC.
Huh.
But I do like the light up signs. They're pretty sweet. So, the one I got, Creative Clutter, came with a bunch of lawn flamingos of various varieties. So this one's got a hat. Actually, they all pretty much have hats. Except for the couple that are just two-headed flamingos. Those are pretty cool.
There's a bunch of those everywhere, too.
Yeah. So, I have a tendency to take the highest point in the settlement as my place.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
I like views. I got a sweet tower built at the castle right now. Has the best view of the skyline of Boston that I've had in any playthrough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just makes it more immersive.
For sure.
Makes you wonder though when you see these games because they're apocalyptic. How it looked in its prime, its heyday.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I've always thought about with BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
That's why that
DLC was sweet.
Yeah. Because it just showed you what Rapture looked like before it all went crazy.
Like honestly, my favorite part of the DLC was the start of the first part of it. Like I don't know, because once you get into the areas with the splicers and everything, it just starts feeling like regular BioShock again. It was cool seeing everything in a part of the city where things hadn't gone to shit yet.
Yeah.
It actually didn't seem like that bad of a society, all things considered. Except for the whole, genetically modifying little girls to produce the ingredients for drugs that give you superpowers thing. No BioShock.
That was a crazy. I don't know. At first, it seemed like such a bland game at first when I first heard about it, but actually buying it right away and then playing it.
Yeah.
Well, my BioShock, the one I bought, I got it in the States, so it doesn't have that double-sided, Quebec and English on there. It's just English straight up.
Yeah.
Because I bought my BioShock in the States.
Well, right on. This is the bottling plant. It's funny that you mentioned the Andrew Ryan Museum because this place kind of does the same thing, only with the history of Nuka-Cola. Haven't done anything with this place yet. I still gotta clear the outside of Mirelurks. And that's mine. Then I can build a workshop.
Welcome to the Nuka-Cola world of refreshment. Now featuring a river of Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Holy.
Nuka-Cola began its journey in the year 2042 when our founder, John Caleb Bradburton, was a budding chemist.
Just a button.
I found Brad Burton. His head's frozen underneath Nuka Town.
Yeah?
Yeah. That made me laugh.
Super duper market.
Did some interesting forced perspective stuff in here.
Yeah, I got like little houses and stuff.
Yeah.
Nuka Wild.
They added a bunch of different types in this.
Oh, I mean, this is supposed to be a different flavor then.
Yep. Nuka Quartz. Fucking love it.
It's like so much America up in this Nuka Cola.
Now the East Coast. So yeah, it's funny, like they put so much detail into the distribution of these drinks.
Oh, a Nuka Dark Cola.
It's alcoholic.
It's gotta be. Yeah. To unwind.
Still gotta get that.
That's crazy though, because then you think like about like Coke in real life and how it works.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff they go with it.
Yeah. Well, find all sorts of weird varieties of things. They finally brought cherry Coke and vanilla Coke back in Canada.
Yeah, I've seen cherry Coke in a few places.
Yeah. I'd seen it a few times too. I just saw vanilla Coke this week. They were selling it at Walmart in like packs of 24. Oh, it's blocked off. How do I get out of here? So yeah, all of the Mirelurks in here glow blue because they've been living in the Nuka-Cola Quantum. Still haven't killed the queen though. She's outside somewhere.
Probably holds on to the code, right? To get that armor.
Yeah. Twice the carbohydrates, twice the caffeine. Oh my god.
Do you have 2 companions following you?
Yep. Got Caden Hancock.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I ever got Hancock.
Hancock's fucking awesome. You just have to do a bunch of good neighbor stuff before you can get him. But he's definitely my favorite companion in the game.
Yeah?
Also seems to be the least judgmental.
Oh, you mean like when you like steal or kill somebody and sometimes your teammates would be like, I don't like that.
Yeah, like he's the kind of guy that admires you if you help somebody, and he also admires you if you manage to pickpocket somebody successfully.
Huh.
Kate, I'm just with Kate right now because I got a quest that I gotta do with her, but I don't really like traveling with Kate. Because at the start, she like dislikes every time that you try to help somebody out of just the goodness of your heart and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then after you help her get off of drugs in her side quest, she starts friggin' judging you every time that you take drugs. So it's just like, can't really win with her.
Kind of weird, yeah.
Like, the only good thing about her is she has a sweet Scottish accent. Okay. So that's Brad Burton over there. That's the worker town. It's full of ghouls. Coming up to Cayley Kingdom here, which I've just started taking to calling the Kingdom because it sounds cooler.
Yeah, instead of adding the kitty part.
Yeah. What the fuck's going on? Oh, hold on.
Just blast that deer.
Not a deer. I'll show you what it is. Rad gazelle. Fucking love it. There's also Brahmin water buffalo
Yeah.
that will just immediately attack you if they spot you.
Jeez. Can't help but attack.
Well, it makes sense. Water buffalo are responsible for more injuries in Africa than any other animal, I think.
Even more than hippos?
Hippos are responsible for the most fatalities.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, those sons of bitches can run like, what, 30 miles in the water?
Yeah, and they got... Yeah.
They're fast. Like, they're crazy fast.
And the friggin' teeth on them, man.
It's like they can, like, basically do what? A whole straight 180 on their mouth, like, almost perfect, like, to bite. I remember seeing a video where they just took out a crocodile?
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Crocodile trying to get at them, and they just bite the crocodile, and you're like, holy crap.
Have you ever seen one of their skulls, man?
A hippo?
Yeah, it's just it's not how you would assume it would look, but it's absolutely terrifying. Like, the thing is made for friggin' causing damage, pretty much. I'm both the carny and the rider.
Yeah. Kind of reminds you of penguins. I thought they said they have knees, actually. I thought they said penguins actually have knees.
Knees, huh?
Yeah, like they don't have to, like, for some reason they have, like, their legs are longer, but they're stuck that way.
Yeah, it's probably has something to do with swimming, I would imagine. Like, maybe it just helps them be more streamlined or something like that. Because they're the awkwardest animals ever outside of the water, but once they get in there, it's like watching any other bird fly, pretty much.
True, yeah.
Things are like torpedoes. Little pooping torpedoes.
I don't know, they gotta watch out for a lot. What do they gotta watch out for? Like seals and freaking killer whales, orcas.
Yeah. So when I got to this place, it was being run by a glowing ghoul magician. And it was full of ghouls with clown makeup on.
Nice.
And all of these misting machines were just shooting out like radioactive water constantly. So, it's a little nicer now.
Yeah, she cleared it up.
I managed to convince the guy to leave by finding his girlfriend's body and the message that she left to him.
Nice.
Because he was waiting for her to get back after she found help for 200 years. Yeah, so gave everybody basic metal armor and the mask from the one raider group, the Disciples, that used to run part of Nuka World.
Yeah.
Because it just looks kind of night-like. Save in case I crash. Yeah, got it. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet settlement. I like how this place turned out. Used a lot of the Skyrim art. Got my bar, the White Knight. Yeah. Weapon store. And I made some additions to this up here too. Like all these statues in that arch weren't here before. Built this nice little garden area.
Just to have all the extras.
Yeah. And here is possibly the most egocentric house I have in Nuka World. Because I built it in the castle.
Right in the theater.
I have a fucking throne.
King Cola's court?
Yeah. I gotta say, I love the satire in these games. They're good at poking fun at little aspects of American life. So yeah, that tree wasn't here before, but I saw the light coming in, so I figured, oh, those are spotlights. Okay, well, whatever. Either way. I was assumed there was a crack in the ceiling. Yeah, there's not a lot going on in here. Up here I got my room, put on a Whack-A-Commie machine, a throne area. I gotta say, I'm really liking the visible weapons mod. It's just nice being able to see what you're carrying.
Yeah, as opposed to it just disappearing.
Yeah, just pulling it out of your ass, literally. So I thought I had Deathclaw on here, but if I recall, he keeps on trapping himself in the bathroom. Let's see if he's still there. Yep. He's my guard.
Chilling by the shitter.
Just thought it'd be sweet to have a dragon guarding my castle, but he sucks at his job. Just pissing around all the time.
Can't remember last time there was a dragon movie. Every time I think about dragon movies, I always think about Dragonheart.
The Hobbit.
Like Sean Connery as a dragon.
Yeah. I think The Hobbit was the last real one.
Oh yeah, the smoggy one.
Yeah. And there actually was a third Dragonheart movie that came out not too long ago.
Jeez.
It's like a direct-to-DVD thing. This keeps happening with the spotlight up there for some reason. It just... I go inside, I come out here, and all of a sudden it's overlit everything. So, yeah. I like those spotlights, but they cause a lot of problems with FPS. So I don't use them as much anymore. And I find that since I stopped using them as much, I stopped crashing in settlements so often. That makes sense. It's... Lighting is kind of tough to render.
Yeah.
Like, I admire what Bethesda did with the lighting in this game, but they should have definitely toned it down a little bit, especially for consoles.
Oh yeah.
Like I got the God rays and the lens flare turned off right now just to help my frames a bit, and it's still not really running smooth. I don't know, like I've modded this game a lot though, so I can't really just blame Bethesda for that. But even when I didn't have it modded, just walking through downtown, I'd be crashing all the time. So that's the kingdom. That's pretty much all my settlements.
Yeah, game's massive.
There's a couple other places around here too. There's a haunted mansion out in Yahweh, and that's also where actually I'm just gonna fly there. It's also where the hubologists are. Can go and get my thetan levels read. They don't call them thetans, that's what the Scientologists actually call them. They call it something else in this. But they're literally just the Scientologists with a slightly different set of beliefs. I was so happy that they brought them back in this, because I really liked them as characters when I played through Fallout 2, and it was just a nice piece of parody.
Yeah, it's easier to roam like this.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I never liked the whole fast travel sometimes, just because like you cut through it and miss a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at least doing this, you can sort of be like, oh, hey, what's that down there? I don't remember seeing that before. And then you can just drop in and check it out if you want to. But yeah, like, I used to fast travel all the time in Bethesda games when I first started playing Oblivion and stuff like that. And there was a lot of things in Oblivion that I missed. I actually wouldn't mind replaying that one now. I just have a hard time getting into it because I always try to sprint and then I'm like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, Skyrim kind of seemed to make it a little more friendly for everybody.
Yeah.
Oblivion really seemed like one of those kind of hardcore. Oh.
I missed my superhero landing. Oh well. There's a giant fire hydrant. I don't know why. But is that plaque?
There's a plaque for it?
Before you sits the world's largest fire hydrant, standing at over 30 feet tall and weighing near 250 tons. This hydrant was built to withstand a direct hit from a tornado, but its creator, artist Thomas Denton III, claims that this thing could survive nuclear apocalypse. That is not 30 feet tall.
But I guess he's right about surviving.
Yeah. That is not 30 feet tall. Not even close. What? Oh, where are these fuckers? Are they still over at the spaceship? I think they are still over at the spaceship. That's the haunted house over there. That place was freaky.
Was it?
Yeah, there's like, you keep hearing a little girl laughing the whole time you're going through it, and you see her like running past you in the halls ahead of you and shit like that. It's like, ugh.
There's people who are making so many mods that are just like scary stuff all the time now.
Well, I found this game was lacking scary stuff, so good.
I've seen a lot of mods, like creepy mannequins and weird dolls and stuff.
Yeah. Played this really good quest mod once where you had to go to this island where there was this old research station, and oh fuck. What is that doing there? Jesus Christ. Explosive ammo. Okay, so are they in the... They must be in here.
Is it called the ultimate UFO?
Yep.
The ultimate.
No, they aren't. What the fuck happened to the Hubologists?
Maybe they did.
Maybe, but I saved them this time.
Well, classic Bethesda, I guess.
Maybe they've moved on. Maybe they realized it wasn't actually real. Wait, who's that? Who are you? Who are you? Sattler. What are you doing out here? Who are you? Fucking randos.
Some randos.
Fucking rando wastelanders. It's like, hey, are you a person I can talk to? And it's like, no. Who the fuck is this? Oh, here's one of them.
You're doing well, AHS2. In your last life, I saw unhealthy attachments to suppressors. Very difficult to treat. However, you only need to donate 250 cats. Of course, the rad dosage is a bit high. Come out. Should have stayed gone. Asshole.
I'm just gonna do it. I don't agree. The Zeta aligner is back at your fucking camp, so I can't really do that.
So they're all hanging out here then.
Yeah, apparently. He's one of the cleansed.
One of the cleansed.
Yeah. Power plant's up there. You don't actually get to turn on the lights until after you either help the raiders take the park or you take the park, which is kind of shitty. But it's pretty sweet once you get it all going. And yeah, that is Nuka World.
That's cool. Lots to look at.
Absolutely. It's even better when there's still quests in it.
Wow. Well, we clocked in 136.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good time.
All right.
Alrighty. So, I think we'll have to come back, try again. Not try again. We'll do another episode at a different time.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So, until then, everybody, see you next time.
Bye,
Signing out,
people.
this is Dagon, and...
And this is Zach.
All right. We'll see everybody next time.
Well, that was another long episode, but really well worth it. Great time hanging out. Like I said, hanging out with Zach. It's always a great time. Yeah, just talking about whatever all the time. And like I said, it was a great time. So I hope everyone enjoyed listening to it. And just know that, I will have Zach back on again. And we'll get into other things, maybe talking about, more recent movies that have come out or anything like that. There'd be something really great to get into, is to have a more weekly show with Zach on it. That'd be something really cool. Anyways, so without further ado, I think that's about it. Now, if anybody wants to get on the podcast, all you have to do is drop me an email at getready@gmail.com. Getready with 2 R's @gmail.com. And don't forget to rate and write a review for the show on the iTunes podcast store, just so we can get out the word to more people that are listening, and then we can learn as we keep going. So I hope everyone enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch everyone until the next time. So until then, see you next time, people.